welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. This is part 1 of 2 of my holiday capsule wardrobe video. This part, after filming it, it has clarified for me that it's a 2-part series. This part is all about how I've decided how many pieces to take, which pieces are still undecided, and why I've decided to take those in terms of the context. I will show you all of the pieces on flat lays, and in part 2 I'll show you how I'm pulling them together in outfits so that you can see how many options I have from this fairly, I would say, moderately sized holiday capsule wardrobe. So please stick with me for part 1 as I take you through all of the explanation and context and the pieces I'm choosing through clothing, accessories, shoes, well, accessories including scarves, gloves and all those things, shoes and bags finally. And then part 2 will go through all of the different outfit options that I have, and then I'll show you them in Paris. I'm traveling in late November, December, and so it is expected to be between 2 and 8 degrees daily, and somewhere in between that. Who knows with the weather, right? We've just had a winter heat wave, so who knows? But it's going to be cold. I live in the subtropics, so how the cold feels to me might be very different to you. You in the Northern Hemisphere who wear a pair of shorts and a t-shirt when it's 18 degrees, and that's when we're pulling out the thermals and the, merino knits. So it's fair to say we all experience weather differently. That's the context with which I have created this capsule holiday wardrobe. A couple of things that I know that I'll definitely be doing in terms of occasions, which are also important for context. Primarily, the majority of the time is going to be wandering the streets. I want to be able to wander. I really want to enjoy that wanderlust. And so that means feeling great, but having comfortable footwear for walking, not being affected too much by the cold if the majority of the time I'm going to be outside. Obviously, when you're wandering around, you're going to be wandering in and out of premises, whether they be restaurants or shops or museums. So I do understand that layering will be an important component of my outfit planning. We are doing a day trip out to Epinay to a winery, which will have a private tour component, a lovely lunch component, and traveling by car. So that'll be a nice opportunity to get a little bit dressed up and not worry too much about the chill. We are also going to the opera. Now, the opera in Paris is this particular opera that we're going to. We've been advised smart after work attire is what most people would be wearing. It is not gowns and tuxedos, black tie. It's not that kind of affair, but obviously one wants to look lovely when one goes to the opera in Paris. Aside from that, there are a couple of lovely places we'd like to eat. When you are shopping, if there's particular days where we are shopping, I like to dress for that. So I like to feel like I'm having a ladies' day out. I am not someone who goes on holidays and wants to wear sports clothes. I don't wear them now. I am not wearing them on holiday. I want to be myself on holiday. I don't buy clothes to play dress-ups on holidays. On this occasion, it's a little bit different in the fact that I don't have a winter wardrobe because I don't live somewhere where it gets cold. So it was a really fun opportunity to go in search of pieces that were going to make a big difference to not just this holiday, but future trips to come. Things that I'll be able to incorporate into my wardrobe and hopefully will create a little bit more space in my mind to take trips in the cooler months, because typically I'm a summer trip girly. I love me a summer holiday. But I just think how much fun I've had acquiring pieces for this trip might mean that the novelty of holidaying in cooler months, I'm not saying snow, I'm not sure I'm ready for that, but cooler months, it might be something that catches on for me. And most certainly here in Australia there are cooler states and it does get pretty nippy. But when I think of taking a cooler holiday, I think New Zealand. I think Japan, and I obviously think of other areas in the Northern Hemisphere. So anyway, that's the context that I wanted you to be aware of. I am staying in an apartment. The apartment has a washer, dryer, places to dry your clothes. I always, if I'm staying for more than a few days, I want an apartment. I don't want to sit on a bed. I want somewhere to sit. I want to be able to make my coffee in the morning. I want to be able to browse and be relaxed in the morning, not have to get up and ready for breakfast. I want to be able to wash my clothes so that it reduces the amount of stuff that I take and I lug around with me, which also increases my ability to move around. If I decide to go to more than one place, it's easy for me to move. I don't have to worry about lugging a bunch of suitcases around with me, even though I'm going to. I just have to practice my fitness. So let me take you through how I've decided to plan this out. I started looking up on Pinterest holiday capsule wardrobes. Obviously I was going to be a little bit, generous with what my capsule looked like. But I found this concept of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I thought, well, that's a good place to start. So effectively, what I do on summer trips is I take dresses, which tends to be a whole outfit, which also makes you feel like you're wearing the same thing over and over again. So last year, and this is just contextual, right? I took a lot more sets. So I took matching tops and bottoms so that I could play around with combinations, and I liked that much more. So that's what I'm taking into this trip, but in the winter. So 5 bottoms. So in terms of the bottoms, obviously the majority of those are going to be pants. When I thought about what other 5 bottoms that would work best, I automatically went to jeans. Now, yes, I would like the option to look dressier in some occasions, but again, the French have more of a done but undone attitude, just like me, and so I have gone for a pair of leopard print jeans. I've gone for a pair of blue jeans, a pair of black jeans, a pair of white cord pants, and a black tulle skirt. Now, you haven't seen that black tulle skirt yet, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. The leopard jeans you saw in my last haul. I have a pair of cotton palazzos, which are just too light for the winter. So I specifically went looking for these jeans. I wish I had them earlier in our winter, but that wasn't to be. Blue jeans, staple, they are cropped. The leopards are full length, and so you'll see how I've put the outfits together based on the length of those pants. Blue jeans, black jeans, white cords are all cropped. My pants will still just cover, so in terms of being cold, I will have merino socks and ankle boots, or where my ankles are exposed wearing sneakers. I accept that is a risk, but I prefer a cropped pant. It's just a style that really works on me and my frame, and also it shows the shoes off, right? And then the tulle skirt came about because I have a great black furry skirt that's part of a set that I wanted to take to Paris last year, but it was actually too hot. This year it would be perfect, except for the fact it's really heavy, and because I'm taking a lot of winter clothes, I wanted something a bit lighter. So I started looking for a tulle skirt, and I found this like layered one on a local there's a local store here that carries them. They're in one size. It was like $150. I went, tried it on, and thought, perfect. That is a skirt that I can wear for the opera, and I can also wear it with merino tights and knee-high boots and sweaters and thermals and coats for days out in a really playful way. So that's how I decided on the bottoms. I've got a bunch of different colours, and they are all going to make every outfit look different when I combine them with the tops. So the rule for the tops, or I'm going to say sweaters or jumpers in this case, was 4. So 5 bottoms, 4 tops. I'm kind of taking that as inspiration, and I've gone with 4 sweaters, but I also have 2 additional pieces which kind of fit into that category, but kind of fit into the coat category. For the sweaters, obviously I've got to have a stripe, so I'm taking my Chinty and Parker Smurf stripe sweater because that's super fun. I'm taking a fine black merino sweater, a fine pink merino sweater, and the chunky Angora lilac sweater. Now, they're all different colors. They go with all of the bottoms, which is a great combination, and they go under both of the coats, which I will get to in a second. Now, the two extra pieces that I'm taking, and I could probably drop one of them, but hear me out on the justification. I'm taking a black blazer. When I show you the opera outfit, it's kind of inspired by a Dior look. So a black belted blazer over a chill skirt and boots. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I also think the black blazer will be helpful with some camis and some of the thermals that I'm taking to dress up a little bit for dinner. So I can put a big coat over the top of the blazer and still feel fairly dressed up, because I'm not going to be taking dresses and things to wear for dinners. So I'll need my daytime outfits to convert into evening outfits, just with shoes, blazer, accessories. So that's my thinking around the black blazer. The other piece, which it's probably a double up of the black blazer, but if I can fit it, I want to, because it was the first piece that I bought for this Paris trip, which is the LuxeDeJour cardigan that you'll see here. It has this beautiful, like, woolly chenille kind of fabric to it, and it has little ribbony bits woven through it. That with a cami underneath, with a pair of pants and the right shoes. Again, beautiful option for dinners. Given that I'm there for 9 nights, I do think, and for shopping as well, I think that potentially if I'm feeling a bit too casual, I won't feel comfortable. And I do think that that gives me the option, that one in the blazer with a cami underneath and a big coat over the top, does give me the option of dressing up some pretty casual daytime outfits for evening without adding a whole bunch of extra pieces. So yeah, I kind of broke the rule on the 4 sweaters thing, but I think it's justified. Now, I've totally thrown the rule book out with this next lot of pieces, and that is all the tops and thermals. I just see those as kind of like underwear, right? So I've thrown in 2 camis, a deep purple and a steel blue, because they will go with everything. They also go beautifully under the aforementioned LuxeDeJour cardigan kind of jacket piece as well for the evenings, which I think is, you know, going to be really important part of my wardrobe. Then I've got 4 thermal long sleeve bamboo tops that I bought specifically for this trip from O2 Wear. Now, I have tested those out this winter and they are just divine. They've got low scoops, so if you are wearing a low necked jumper, you're not going to see thermals hanging out the top, and they go right down over your backside, keep you nice and warm right through where your jeans and sweater meet at the lower back section. So those don't take up any room, and I'll be able to mix and match those underneath the sweaters that I'm packing, but I can also wear them to look kind of like a bodysuit under both the blazer and the LuxeDeJour cardigan. So that's going to give me some options again for evening if I'm sick of wearing the same 2 camis, which I'm sure I will be. And finally, for the clothing department, is the coats. You saw me show you in my last unboxing the Bogner down jacket. Not a puffer jacket, it's a down jacket. It's 100% down, and it was purchased because originally the coat that I had shortlisted for this trip was my Burberry trench in gabardine, and some feedback from my friends in the Northern Hemisphere who are used to the winters said that's not going to be warm enough for you. And to be honest, it's not my favourite coat because of the colour of it. So I used it as inspiration to select my down jacket, down coat, but it's a more cooler tone and I love the shape of this one. So that's how I got to select that coat. Very easy and simple. And the second coat is my lilac or mauve wool coat, which is a little more dressy on the days where, you know, it's not raining and water can't get splattered up, because it is quite a long coat on the back of it because I'm conscious of it getting filthy. That's the coat that I will wear on those days. So those are the 2 coat options. But again, you can see through this wardrobe when I put everything on the screen here that I have lots of layers, right from camis and thermals to jumpers and coats. And then when you see my accessories, which are coming up in a moment, you'll understand how I can create a lot of looks that are consistent with my own personal style, but also suitable for what I've got planned for this trip. Now the accessories department still needs a little bit of an edit, I have to admit. I've got 3 months till my trip, or a little bit, yeah, 3 months, no, a little bit less, September, October, November, yeah, a little bit less than 3 months till my trip. And there's a couple of accessories that I'm still umming and ahhing about, and when I first put this flat lay, you know, concept together, I didn't include a couple of these pieces, and I'll tell you what they are, and I'll tell you why they're in my "ooh, I'm not sure" list. And most of it's just because I'm altruistic and, you know, my imagination is running away with me. So the first thing that I need to accept is probably an overload. Probably, it definitely is so far I've got 5 pairs of boots. And 5 pairs of boots is excessive, considering that I'll have, you know, 10 days on the ground, 9 nights, and none of those I will be wearing on the plane. So I really do need to have a think about that situation. In the boot section, I have my LuxeDeJour bejeweled ankle boots. They are a definite. I am not debating on whether or not they come with me. I also have my beautiful neutral white and grey python print ankle boots. These boots are such a vibe. They are so comfortable. I did buy them for this trip because I did want a lighter pair of boots. They go with every bottom except the leopard print. So that's probably something to consider. They don't go across everything. But they were in my first shortlist, and so, you know, we'll come back to that. Then I have the pink ankle boots that I bought. Again, I said these would be wonderful for Paris because they'll be so comfortable and the heel height. Now they go with every set of bottoms, technically speaking. I don't know if that toe shape will look very good with the full length leopard pants, but they do go with everything. They are a very soft leather, so the risk of them getting damaged or dirty is higher doing so much walking. I've already scratched the back of them, so that is why they probably didn't make the first cut. So the pink boots are on the edge. Let me know what you think. I've got a pair of black suede knee-high boots. Now these need to come with me because on the evenings where I'm wearing the skirt, even though I've got some Wolford merino tights, I still think I'm going to need some knee-high boots because it's going to be a bit chilly. And the shape of the knee-high boots just looks fantastic with that skirt. I potentially could drop those depending on how warm the tights are, but something about me being in winter and dressing up, I want the velvet, I want the suede knee-high boots. But again, let's put a question mark next to those now I'm talking through this. And then finally, the Chloe rain boots with the shearling trim. Bought for the rain, but such a cute vibe. They go with 4 pairs of the bottoms. They don't work with the full length leopard print. So the full length jeans has really kind of thrown off quite a few of the ankle boot options. So the leopard print is probably the least easy to dress, as is the black skirt, only for warmth with the black skirt. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the rain boots. So I guess the question marks here are the knee-high boots. Are the LuxeDeJour boots going to cover me for everything? Do I need the knee-high boots, and do I need the pink boots? Offer your suggestions in the comment section below. In the sneaker department, I also have an excess. So these are the only 2 types of shoes that I'm taking. Normally, I would take a pair of Roger Vivier Belvivier trumpet pumps so that I had a dressy pair of courts. But the reality is I would be wearing those with a very thin stocking or pantyhose. I think my feet would freeze, and it just doesn't seem to make any sense taking a 7 to 8 centimeter heel with me, particularly if I'm going to be walking. That being said, I might change my mind, but I feel like those LuxeDeJour boots are going to cover that option, which is why I go back to having the knee highs as an alternative. Do you get my drift? Even though I'll only really probably wear those with the skirt. I can wear them under the jeans. They can go under the jeans. Might be a bit of insulation. Anyway, We'll see. In the sneaker department, originally, I just had the Golden Goose sneakers. I was considering taking my Vejas. They are super comfortable, but I don't know. I took them on my trip last year. I enjoyed them. I think if I want a pair of Vejas, I could always pick them up when I was in Paris. Mine are looking a little bit grotty. My Golden Goose look great. Anyway, I just like the look of having the contrast laces as well with the Golden Goose. So, you know, that's my thinking. Golden Goose sneakers. Then I have the new Golden Goose running shoe in the purple. I picked these up on Facebook and I just think they are so cute. Actually, it wasn't Facebook, it was eBay. I saw them on a Facebook group and then I saw them on eBay and I decided to buy them through eBay because they have the authentication service, which was fantastic. I didn't unbox them on my channel here because I didn't think you guys would care that much, but they're so cute. They are my version of a New Balance sneaker. They're great to walk in. I thought they would be great for my travel outfit because they're kind of a heavier sneaker, but they have a bit of height to them and they look good with all of my jeans and bottoms. You know how sometimes with sneakers the proportions are a little bit out? So that was kind of important for me to consider how the sneaker looked with the rest of my body, not just because I like the sneaker, because I think sometimes in styling that's where you can go wrong. You like the sneaker but it doesn't flatter your shape. And that's where I get to this final pair of sneakers, which are my Adidas Gazelles in the pink. Now if it's wet, that's not going to be great because I think they'll get ruined. They are super, super comfortable. They go with the blue, the black, the leopard. I wouldn't wear them with the skirt and I wouldn't wear them with the white pants. And I originally didn't plan to have them included, but I just think that they would be such a pop, you know. And again, potentially I leave the gate open that if I see a pair of coloured sneakers while I'm away, I could just pick them up, couldn't I? Yeah. Anyway, so thinking about whether or not the Gazelles come with me, the pink sneakers, the pink boots and the knee-high boots. I would love to know what you think in the comment section down below. Next to general accessories, I'm throwing in my collier de chine belt from Hermes to wear over the blazer. The earmuffs that are coming from Farfetch, which I'll just pop the picture in. Yep, they're on their way. Thanks for your feedback from the last vlog. So many of you said that you found them really helpful for avoiding headaches, earaches, and better than the hat hair you get from beanies and hats. So I thought they were all really good reasons to get myself a pair of earmuffs. The Gabriella Hearst shearling silk hat, of course, the Hermes scarf shawl that I picked up in the beautiful, beautiful multicolored print, and I also picked up another scarf from a local store here called Country Road in 2 different shades of purple, which was a lay down misere in my books. I've got 3 pairs of gloves. Again, they don't take up any room, so I feel like I can justify bringing all 3 pairs. These ones you haven't seen for a while, my little Fendi baguette gloves that I purchased probably not last year, the year before, I would say. So I've got those. I've got the beautiful teal green leather gloves that I picked up from Habit here in Australia. And then I also have those gorgeous Max Mara mittens that I showed you in my last unboxing video as well. So they're all of the accessories pieces. They're all small, they're easy to pack. I feel like that's enough and I don't feel like it's too much, and so I'm not asking for opinions on that one. And finally we get to bags. If you've made it this long, it has been an epic saga, so I really appreciate the fact that you're here. In terms of bags, obviously my Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM, that is my ride or die travel bag. It will be accompanying me with a rollerboard suitcase that will have my luxury handbags and things that I want in it with me whilst I'm on the plane, close handy, so laptops and things like that. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to take my Louis Vuitton Horizon 55 or if I'll take a plain unbranded suitcase. We'll see, based on the horror stories from some people traveling in the YouTubes with Louis Vuitton branded luggage. Makes me wonder. However, there is no situation in which my luggage will be unattended by me, so I also can't see an opportunity for thieves to steal it. So potentially that's still an option for me to take, but you won't see it on this video. In terms of the practical bags, the bags that I can throw on crossbody that have great capacity, obviously I'll be taking my Mulberry Mini Alexa in the beautiful lavender metallic colour. I purchased that bag specifically for this trip, and I'm so excited to be wearing it on this holiday. Everything, it just goes with everything. It's wonderful, and it's so capacious. Nick, I know that you've been using that word a lot in your videos recently. But yeah, it fits everything that I need. And the Valentino Rockstud camera bag, which I rescued from the vlog sale and took to Europe with me last year. I bought it in Paris the first time I went at Le Bon Marché. It is a great all-weather, all-look travel bag, crossbody, looks smart, and fits everything I need in it. So those two are definitely coming with me. Now, in terms of the more playful style of bags, well, you would have seen my recent unboxing with the Fendi Lilac Metallic Shearling Baguette. It's coming. Yes, it's a repeat of the Mulberry bag. I don't care. It's different. It's different enough. It's coming with me. It's a vibe. So that's 3 bags. Then I mentioned that I would like to have a pop of a contrast colour, particularly for when we're on evenings out and events. And so I have picked my Mint Fox for that. I've been warned that people may take offence to me carrying my Fox bag around, yet I did carry my lavender Fox around for Fashion Week last year, and I got so many compliments it wasn't funny. So yeah, I am not convinced it's a bad idea to take it yet. Let me know what you think. For the opera, I want to take one of my Petit Mals, and I decided to take the lizard because it's more easygoing than the ostrich, and the ostrich was with me last time in Paris, so this time I'll take the lizard in the beautiful purple coral, and it's a lovely pop to my outfit. So that's 4 bags, plus the Neverfull, which I'm not counting. Now, here are the 2 that have popped on my list because I'm a dreamer. One is my mohair baguette, because this will probably be the only chance where it's cold enough for me to create these super fun outfits and to be able to have that bag and to carry it around, assuming it's not raining, assuming I don't get food on it. I feel like it could be so much fun to carry that bag around and just create looks around it because it's so playful. And I know that Geraldine loves that bag, and she's going to be in Paris some of the days that we're there as well. So I'm just like, oh, can I fit it in? Can I take it? I could fit other bags inside of it. So that's a packing option. Let me know, guys. Do I need to take my mohair baguette with me? And then the final one, and I know most of you are going to say forget about it, but it's my Birkin. Obviously I got it in Paris. I think it goes with all of my outfits. I just want to have a moment in Paris with my Birkin, and if I get a lottery appointment, I want to take it back to where I bought it from and, you know, fling it about in the hopes that it will solidify me as a sure thing and somebody who, you know, loves the brand. But I have been warned it's very bright, it will make me a target. What about the weather? What if it gets rain on it? All of the above. What do you think? Am I crazy? Should I take it? Throw caution to the wind? Hermes have a spa after all, don't they? I don't know. I don't know. I really want to take it, but yeah, I'm keen to know what you guys think. That is part 1, what I'm taking. I think I'm going to have to do a separate video with part 2, which is how I'm pulling it all together, because this has already been a half an hour, and I think it makes sense to talk you through context and all the pieces and the questions so that I can then show you how I've put all the outfits together. It won't be as long as this video, hopefully. So please subscribe so that you're notified of when that video is published by clicking on the bell down below. You don't click the bell to subscribe, you click the red button to subscribe, then you click the bell so that you are alerted when my videos pop up. I'd love you to give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you found it helpful at all to this point. Feedback is a gift. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one where I reveal all of the different outfits. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and ciao.